Welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to discuss three important factors. One, the number of sales in Coral Springs. Two, the time on market. And three, what this means to you as a potential Coral Springs seller and what you can do to get buyers in the door, putting in offers, possibly multiple offers on your home. Get ready to dive deep into the third quarter numbers in Coral Springs, Florida. Yes, we've gone through 3 quarters, and this is our Coral Springs edition. Third quarter market update, year to date as well. We're going to add some really good information for you. First off, if you learn anything throughout this video at all, I ask you that you simply subscribe to our channel. And if you really like the video, hit the like button. If you'd like to get in touch with me, there's 3 ways to do so. Very easy in the description. I'd love to be a part of your real estate journey. If you're looking to sell, buy, you're just curious to get a discovery call, or you're looking to rent, or even be an investor, we're here to help you earn, knowledge and just get your be able to earn your business and trust. So let's dive deep into the Coral Springs market right now. I'm going to go year to date. Right now, we are down 18% in sales year to date from last year. We had 880 sales last year. We already have so far this year here in Coral Springs 723 sales. So that's sales are down. That's almost 20% down. So understand, a lot of realtors are getting out of the business across the nation as there's just less sales. Average days on market, very big to understand this, because how long a home takes to get off the market and go under contract is imperative in this market. And I will discuss it a little further. Right now, it's down. Well, it's actually up in a negative way. It's taking 50% longer to sell a house. So homes are on the market for at least 41 days before they go under contract. Last year at this time, it was 20 days. So that is a significant increase. We see that in other cities such as Parkland and other surrounding locations. Homes are just taking longer to come off the market. Median sales price. The median sales price right now for single family homes in Coral Springs, Florida is $662,000. Last year was $640,000. So we've actually seen a 3.5% increase in the median sales price. So prices are going up. All those statistical data from all those experts from big companies, they're not right, because they all said that we were going to go down in value. And cities like Coral Springs and Parkland, close by here, we have seen actually an increase in the median sales price. And look, mortgage interest rates were a lot less than they were last year. They were a lot less than they were in the beginning of this year. So final thing is the list to sales price ratio. I always talk about this when I meet with clients, and it's a big number that you should understand whenever you're interviewing an agent for the job of selling your home, is that the list to sales price ratio is how close to the sales price did the home ultimately sell for. So what's the percentage difference from list price, original list price, to the ultimate sales price? So we have seen that homes, in Coral Springs now are at a 96.2% of the asking price. And look, the market's still strong. We're still selling houses. The median sales price is going up. But last year at this time, it was 101.5% of the list price. So we've seen a dramatic increase in homes coming off the market, taking longer time, as well as selling further away from the list price. So let's understand that. So when I tell you that the things that sellers should get ahead of is that if the homes are, selling at 4% under the asking price across the board, that means that whatever you're listing your house for, 4% of that is what it's ultimately going to sell for. So if we're at a $700,000 price point, to use an even number, you have a $700,000. If it's taking 4% off of that, that's $28,000. So these rates right now are the big factor of why buyers are back on the fence. So to get those buyers interested in your property, you simply have to be able to give them a better payment plan. And with the help of the seller, the buyer, and the mortgage lender or broker, that can be possible. Right now, I see a rate, let's say around 7.5%. We're going to possibly be in the 8% range right now. Well, let's use a 7.5% number right now. Rates can actually get into the 6% with the seller contributing some closing cost concessions to buy down the rate, the prepaids, get the loan down for the mortgage rate. Because let's face it, in 2020 and 2022, people were buying homes. They were buying payments, really, because they didn't care the prices were going up, as long as that payment was very low. And understand people are still in that mindset today. So if they can get their payment lower, if we could be right now advertising on all, marketing mediums online that you look at and I look at in the 6% range, I wouldn't be able to have a conversation with you right now on this video because I would be showing a lot more houses right now because buyers want to save, thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars if they could get their mortgage interest rate down. So right now, agents need to do more. They really need to do more. They need to work with their lenders. Lenders need to do more to advertise this because it's out there. This happened in the 1980s and 90s and into 2000. There were times when interest rates were way higher. How were people buying and getting around this? Similar scenario, different time, different types of factors, but the same way of getting around it was having sellers help and the buyers help themselves and paying down the paying down the rate, buying down the rate, because the rate is not that rate. The rate is that rate if if you're not going to buy it down, if you're not going to put up front costs. So if a seller's already coming down 4, and I've seen up to 6% on a lot of these sales, it could be 10% by next year if the rates continue to go up. Get ahead of it. Price the house higher. You have 6 months to 12 months to keep these appraisal values at least. I'm saying the mortgage, the appraisal way that the banks do appraisals hasn't changed. So take advantage of that and actually be able to sell the house for the highest price and work with the buyer. 2 years ago, you never even had to ask a seller for concessions because there were so many people bidding up houses or waiving inspection periods, appraisal contingencies. They were just happy to get the house. That was the deal, the house. Now the deal is still to sell at a premium price, but to get multiple interested buyers that want to buy it. And if they see a payment go down by $500 to $1,000 a month, they're going to be wanting to buy your house and not the competition. So understand that these programs are here. You need to be working with the agents that are looking to help sell houses right now, not just being passive and hoping by dropping the price and keep dropping the price that it's ultimately going to sell. We're seeing all this, 101.5% to 96.2%. We're looking at 4 or 5%, drop off of the original list price to the sales price. And I don't think you need to do that. Maybe come down 2% to 2.5%, and you sell the house for higher than the average, and the buyer's happier, and they're willing to move forward expeditiously. So looking at the numbers for the quarter, we had 239 sales in quarter 3, 33 days on market only. And the median sales price was $700,000. The list to sales price ratio was 98.3%. So as of late, we've been able to sell it, but it's still 2% from the original list price. That's again, what, 14, 15? You could give that money to the buyer and they could buy the house at the original sales price, which they rather do to have the payment lower and to get into the house at less money. Quarter 2, we had 274 sales. Days on market was 40 days. The median sales price was $655,000. So we've seen, a huge increase in the median sales price just in the last 2 quarters. And the first quarter, we had a days on market of 53 days, 205 sales, and the median sales price was $635,000. So we've seen a progressive increase in the median sales price. So sales have come up, time on market has gone up, and the original list price to the ultimate sales price that it closes at has come down. So we definitely need to look at the numbers to be more informed. The year-to-date number is really impactful to see that we've had 18% less sales. That's a big factor, and homes are taking 50% longer to come off the market. So how can we get around that? It's a simple math. It's just simple dollars and cents. In this market right now, of getting ahead of it by giving that buyer that advantage in their mind that they can get into your house for a lesser payment by paying more money for the property. And we know historically that happened in 2020, 2022. People were still buying, and they were buying at higher prices because their rate and their payment was less. Let's try to get back to that as much as possible. We're not going to get 2, 3, 4% rates, but we certainly, if we can get them in the 6s, that's going to open the door up to way more pool of buyers. Way more pool of buyers are going to come to your house right now. So all this information, we are here to help you earn your business and trust. We're working with the best lenders in the business that are proactively out there trying to get these programs out to the public. I just wish the press would put it out there more and stop putting this negative news. Remember, all these news stations, they're in the business of making money and having you watch it. They're not in the business of only being informative, because if that was the case, they would give you multiple channels of information that I'm telling you, with all of those fancy reporters and all those fancy stages that they're doing all of their presses on, and you would be able to see this information. So perception is not always reality. Become informed seller and buyer in this market. We'd love to be able to earn your business and trust and bring you into this spectrum of reality in real estate and mortgage rates, and we're here to help you. So we'll be doing this market update on a regular basis. Please tune in our channel, like, share this video. You can always reach out to us. All that information is in the post below. Thank you so much, and we'll see you again for another market update in Coral Springs, Florida.